Hey, there was no ding that time. What the heck? Hey, we're live, everybody. Welcome. Usually it dings a little bit and tells me, kind of when we're going to go. And, you know, like technology, it just kind of surprises you. Like what we have here, this one vision, this one team, this 110 method, guys. We started just under 36 days ago. And as we began our journey together as one big team, we saw predictions come in. Hey, can we do 500 members by the end of the year? And we set a goal for 1,000 members in 36 days, my friends, and we are very close to doing that. We are so freaking close, and I'm glad you're watching because we need your help. We want you to be 1,000. So keep your eyes glued to the screen. Pay close attention to the illustrious panel we have here sitting beside me in the virtual world, so to say. We're just going to go ahead and with that, I'm just going to shoot it over to one of my business partner, one of the co-founders of the 110 Method, Scott Zlatev. Scott, take it away, buddy.
Hey, thanks, buddy. You know, as I sit here, you guys, I want you to pay close attention to the sound of my voice because if you look down below this Hangout right now, you're going to see one thing that's unbelievable. You know, I logged in this morning to the Hangout page that you're actually on right now, and I still, you know, I look at the comments that are going on, and what we've created, what everybody here is witnessing is history in the making. I truly believe that. You know, we started this out from a concept and an idea that has blossomed, and it's been a vision of ours for the last few years to develop something that can help the average person be able to succeed, to finally be able to succeed without the huge, massive learning curve that that all of us have faced, that all of us have struggled, and we've faced adversity, and we've conquered things, and it's been a long road for us as the co-founders, but in the past 36 days, we're almost up to 1,000 members. That is humongous growth. I don't know very many other companies or teams that have exploded like this. And you know, as I'm sitting here, I know we have 163 people that are watching this, and it's going to keep increasing over the course of the next hour or so. And what you see right now is a panel of new members, of people who are either, you know, they got started at the very beginning with us, you know, like Greg Brown, who I'm going to bring out here in a little bit, and then he's brought on just a whole panel of other people that some of them are brand new, some of them a little bit experienced, and the coolest thing is that most everybody, about 97% of this entire team, is having success. And it's because of the concept that we have. So if you're a guest here, the first thing that I want you to do is understand there's two different buttons down below, okay? The first one is the Get Started button, which is the yellow button, okay? It's actually lock in your spot in the team, okay? Now you can click on that button, it'll open up into a new window, and you can watch the whole sales video and get a whole big picture on what it is we're doing here. Now the second one, after you look at that one, okay, though you can go ahead and join it anytime you choose. Then down below, after you've come on board, after you've gotten through the 3 steps, make sure you finish all 3 steps. Then come back to this page and click on the blue button, right? Because the blue button is our viral swipe copy, and anybody who's an existing member, you can click on that button at any time, take some swipe copy, put it into Facebook, get some more people on, because they'll be able to watch it right inside of Facebook and be able to join with your link. So we've got this concept, it's all nailed down, and the vision that we have is absolutely incredible. We've got things that are planned far out through a year and beyond. We're going to create the largest team that makes the most amount of money this industry has ever seen. So with that being said, I want to bring out Greg Brown, my brother from another mother. Come out, buddy.
Scott, what's going on, baby?
Oh man.
Can you guys hear me?
Just, you know, just real quick, you know, just while we've been talking here, we brought in one other member. You know, I mean that's how big the growth is right now. It's just insane on how many people have come on board since we've launched, and you know, you and a couple other leaders are some some amazing people that are kind of leading the charge. So why don't you come out and talk to everybody?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
You can hear me?
Yep. You're
Okay.
good.
All right. So I don't know where you're getting your numbers from, but when I first logged on, I had 620 members, and right now I have 623 members. So between the 15 minutes ago and right now, 3 new members came onto my team. If you guys remember last week, I said I had 492 members, and my goal was to get to 592 by this week. Well, I'm at 623 while we speak, and hopefully I'll be at 630 before this thing is over. This is it. This is the 110 method, all right? One vision, one team, and 10 streams of income. You don't have to go shiny ball syndrome. We have the cure for you right here. I hear a lot of people out there are talking about team builds don't work. I was one of them. I've tried team builds before, and they don't work because the teams, the leaders, the people who know how to recruit, they build wide, and the people below them never get any signups, so they end up quitting in 30 to 60 days. That's not happening with 110 because we only can fit 3 on our front line, right? And then the rest goes under our people. So if you are struggling to even get referrals, or if you're struggling to keep your team together, that's what the 110 method is. I know you see us all over Facebook because that's why you're here, right? We're all over the place now. At first, 30 days ago, you've seen us here and there. Then 2 weeks ago, you've seen us a little bit more. And I'm sure today you've been seeing us all over the place, right? So right below this, I'm not going to take up a lot of time because we've got a lot of people on this call who wants to share their excitement with you. But right below this, we have a comment section. We want you to comment if you have any questions, and we want you to click that button because time is of essence. If you get in now, early on in the Hangout, when we start, when Paul and Scott and everybody starts and Jim starts rolling out what we're really doing here, people are going to start getting on. You want to be placed before them. All right? So I know you're smart. I know you're intelligent. You want, if you wait until the first, our first opportunity, our bronze opportunity, will be going up $5. So you'll be saving yourself $5 from getting in right now. And we have some heavy recruiters coming in. I got my guy Quiz coming on in a minute, and I don't want him to tell who's coming in, but he has some big heavyweights that are looking at it, and we're going to try to get them in, but we want you to be in front of them so they'll be under you, all right? So we're going to give it back to Scott, and you guys have a happy new year, and please get in. Click the button right below.
Awesome. Man, Greg, every time you come on, it's like, Chuck, the thunder coming. Oh, man. You're awesome, brother. Love you, man. So up next, you know, there's a lot of different people that I've seen here on Facebook, and I've never actually had the privilege to even, you know, meet them or even talk with them. And you know, somebody that she was actually the first person that kind of came on was Susan. Now, Susan, I don't know a whole lot about you. I'd love for you to come out and just kind of share, you know, maybe some of your background, your experiences, you know, either before 110 method and especially after the 110 method. If you can come out, unmute your mic, and just kind of share a little bit on what you've experienced so far, that'd be great. Can you unmute your mic there? It's if you go up to the very top, there's a little mute button. You can click that. Oh, you almost had it. I think you had it one time. There, we see you. So we still can't hear you. If you can go up.
Now.
There we go. Okay, I'll go ahead and mute my mic out and go ahead and come out and
yeah, I'm just struggling with my cat here, trying to keep him off my keyboard. Okay. Yes. Well, I'd actually been at the same job for 19 years now. And I'm actually 2 years past retirement age, but there's no company pension, and I still have a mortgage. So 3 years ago, I decided that, hey, I got to do something here because I want to stay in my house, and I've still got a mortgage. So I started looking online, and I've been into 2 other companies recently in the last 3 years that unfortunately haven't worked out for me and have cost me a lot of money. So I'm really in a quite a desperate situation because it's come to the point where I'm not going to be able to keep my house. So I started looking at other things last September, and I tried 2 or 3 things, and there's a lot of scam artists out there, and I have to admit that I was taken a couple of times and got into something else that I didn't feel ethically right about it, and somebody that was in there, one of our people here, Kevin Cowley from England, actually said, just drop it and come with me, and I did. Now, I've just done day 6 today. Lost a couple of days because of the holidays, but I did day 6, and I've had 2 people come in already. So, I mean, I took a couple of days off at Christmas. It was actually Saturday when I signed up, a week ago Saturday, and I'm just so excited about this that I actually went to bed the other night and I'm thinking, you know what? I've turned the corner. I really feel good about this. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I can't believe the training that you guys put into us, the things that you do to help us. And I'm just thrilled about it, absolutely thrilled. And I got my second person in today.
Awesome, yeah. And right before, when you first came on the Hangout, you were on the phone with somebody, and their question was, how do I join, right?
Right.
Like that. And Aaron, he spoke up. He's like, well, they click on the button, they go to the join page, and then they fill out the form, and make sure your name's at the very bottom, and then click buy.
Well, it was right at that moment that my internet connection went down too.
Oh,
so
wow, really? Okay.
I was struggling trying to figure out what happened there, and Greg sent me a message saying, are you coming? Because I've got my desktop here and my laptop here, and I had internet all right over here, and I don't know what happened. I mean, if it's going to happen at the worst time, it will, and it did, but I got back on again, so that's great.
Yeah, that's always the way it happens. You know, the tech challenges that we have. Oh man, it's not even funny. Well, thank you so much, Susan. That's awesome. Any final words before we move on to somebody else?
No, not really. Just keep it going, guys. I just love it.
Awesome. Well, the best is yet to come because we haven't even tapped the surface yet. We're getting ready to unleash some paid advertising, and which is going to completely explode the whole entire team. Right. And there will be a point in time where everybody is going to be like, where the hell are all these people coming from? And that's going to be in the very near future. So thanks again, and glad to have you on board.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
All right. So up next. Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
Hey man, I got so many people who wants to get on. Can we get Susan to drop off so we can get somebody else in here?
Yes. Let's see how many. 1, 2. Actually, we could probably fit one more on, can't we?
Can we? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I think we can, because I think we can fit up to 8 or to 10. I'm not sure. Aaron, do you remember? Is it 8 or 10? We can have 9. Okay.
9.
Thanks, Paul. Okay, so up next, I want to bring out Vernell, because Vernell, he's been tearing it up lately. Well, actually, from the moment that he came on board, he's been tearing it up, and he's just been exploding. Vernell, can you hear me, buddy? I see you maybe texting or something there.
Oh yeah, I can hear you. Can you guys hear me good?
Yeah, you sound a little bit like.
Oh, I'm breaking up.
Yeah, you're breaking up just a little bit, but go ahead and keep talking and see if it improves. Are you there, buddy? Okay, I'm not quite hearing you there, buddy. Let me try to reduce my bandwidth and see if that'll help you out a little bit. You know how to control your bandwidth there? Oh, hey, we can see you now.
Yeah, can you guys hear me or no?
Yep, we hear you. We hear you now.
Okay, good. Probably a little spike in the internet. But what I was saying basically is that this system rocks. If you guys are looking at this right now and thinking twice, don't. Just get in, sign up, and let's rock this because I've never seen a system that helps the average person build a team. I mean, I've built companies in the past. I've been online for 2 years, and my first month check is always big, but as the months go by, it gets smaller and smaller. It's because my teammates can't duplicate like I could. They can't get people. But with this system, my team benefits from my efforts, and I love it. So keep working, guys, and the 110 is the best thing. 2015 is going to be awesome.
Awesome. Well, it's short and sweet. Is there? So you said that you've been doing this for quite some time. So you're obviously you're a pretty good producer. How long have you been doing online marketing for?
This is going to be my second year, so it's 2 years going strong.
Okay, cool. Yeah, usually 6 months to a year is like a learning curve, and then a lot of people have some success after that, and so you got sounds like you know exactly what you're doing because I see the numbers and you're putting people in like crazy. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
you came out of the gate really strong, and I've been watching you, just with the numbers that you're putting in, it's pretty crazy. And so in your experience, you most of the time, a lot of people. It sounded like a lot of people can't really do what you've been able to do.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just proud of the last time I checked my team, it was like around 61 people in 4 weeks. That's good. So my team is loving it. I'm loving it, and you guys, thumbs up for the system. It's going to change a lot of lives. I can see it.
Awesome, buddy. Well,
Hey, Scott,
yeah.
one thing. I never said this, I don't think, on the Hangout, but me, myself, Vernell, Keith Holiday, and Matthew Aaron, we're pretty burnt out before the 110 method. We were ready to just give it up. And then the 110 method came back, and it just, and now we're back excited like we were when we first came on a couple of years ago. So I just wanted to say that to you guys. Thanks.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's the same thing for all even the co-founders. It's always been kind of a love-hate relationship with this industry. You love the income potential, but then you also hate the fact that it's like, yeah, you can produce one good month and then you watch it dwindle down because your teams can't succeed, and in 90 days you're rebuilding again because everybody leaves, and even though you might have a good culture or you might have something I mean, I've had a lot of people who stuck with me just because they loved being around, the culture that we can create, and how much I devote to my team. But eventually, if they don't make money, it's only a matter of time before they leave. And so it's really cool when we got like that who is it, Ariel? Like we've had her on a couple of hangouts where she didn't know anything about this at all, never done anything, and she made her first sale in a week. That is by industry standards, you guys know that is insane. To be able to do something like that. So thanks for now, buddy. Appreciate you. Glad to have you on board. Awesome. Appreciate you so much. So I know there's a man that has been just waiting to come out, and I've been waiting to see what he's going to say. My boy Quiz, why don't you come out here? He's all ready. He's like, yeah, baby, give me the mic. Come on, buddy.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? My name's Kamal J. Pryor. All my friends call me Quiz. I'm founder, CEO of Quizmatics. It's a little company I put together. We do a bunch of stuff, my social media professionals. And when I saw this 110 method, I was like, wow, this just blew me away because it answers a lot of the questions that they have in the industry. Like, listen, over the course, I've been working from home for about a year and a half. And what I see is that, just tell me if any of you guys can share this experience. All right. You go into a business, it's an online business, all right? You have to bring 6 people in order to get your check, all right? It looks like a great business. You think it's awesome, all right? but you just struggle to get people in. It doesn't really work out for you. All right, check it out. You get frustrated, you run to another business. All right? You have to recruit another 6 people in order to get paid. You only got maybe 2 of those guys, and now one of those guys is pissed off at you. The other one, he's doing whatever he's doing, right? But now you're over here trying to do the same thing again, getting the exact same results. All right? Does it sound like a familiar story to you? Because I actually put together my organization. I've seen it happen several times to people that were affiliated with me. You know, I've actually got into businesses and, you know, made poor decisions at particular times. It got into a business where I got stuck, you know what I mean, losing money for no reason. So it happens. So the thing that I like about this system is that, first off, you're investing in, like, let's say that you're just in a stumbling block with recruitment. You are investing in the possibility that that may happen to you because the system is going to regurgitate, you know, into your downline. Now that's ingenious right there, because some people just aren't good at recruiting. So I just thought that was awesome. I thought it was something that'll help out a lot of people that I saw who were not really good at recruiting, and at the same time, it leverages things out. It allows for people, you know, who may just be first stepping into online marketing to have a little bit of success. So I thought it was pretty cool. And the next thing I thought about it was like, you guys ever see the movie The Matrix? You know, they have like Mr. Anderson. So like it's easy to replicate the system for the most part, because they have so much stuff that's just easy for you to do. Your team building is basically easy because it's a group. It consolidates all of the individuals' efforts to benefit all of us, not just 1 or 2. So when I saw it, I thought it was pretty awesome. I thought it was pretty ingenious, and I think that as long as you can just keep on bringing a couple of people who want to try to finally find some success, then this ought to be a method that should pretty much work for you. So I'm actually pretty excited, and a lot of people, in fact, Kim was trying to get into this webinar, man, and she's just, you know, she's drooling at the jaw to get into business, and I'm in the middle of doing a webinar, so I can't pull it aside and sign her up, but you know what I mean? Awesome.
Awesome, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. You're pretty badass, brother. But thanks for coming out and you know, sharing a little bit. So now how long ago was it that you?
Hey, I got one thing.
Yeah.
I love his hat.
Yeah, you see that? Florida, baby. I'm originally a New Yorker, but I was always a Miami Dolphins fan. So the Marlins are a little bit better than Dolphins. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know, marginally. Who knows? Right. But I like the hat. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
That's badass. Sweet, brother. All right. Well, listen. We've got some other people that we're gonna move on to. So appreciate you coming on board. Glad to have you on the team. I know you're gonna do amazing things and you know, be a huge asset to everybody on the entire team. So thanks for coming out. Appreciate you. And I look forward to seeing your huge numbers that you're going to bring on board, buddy.
Thanks.
All right. So next, let's bring out. We haven't heard from Timothy yet. So Timothy, can you unmute your mic there, buddy, and come out?
Hey guys, what's up, Scott?
Hey, how's it going, Timothy?
Good, man.
Yeah, first tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what experience you have, what you think of 110, all that stuff.
All right, well, I'm actually from Lansing, Michigan, probably about 2 hours from Detroit. Quiz is actually a really good friend of mine. We talked a lot about 110 actually before we actually got into it, the reasons we like it. So a little bit about myself. I got into network marketing out of the auto industry. I used to be an ops manager. For a while there, I managed, you know, the large fan pages that you see on Facebook with millions of likes. Did that for a while, and then met up with Quiz, and we built pretty much a fantastic team and networked and made some pretty good friends. So basically, what I like about 110, it eliminates every problem that you could possibly ever have marketing. Oftentimes, you have 2 or 3 people, like Quiz and myself and a lot of the people here on the panel. that are really good at recruiting. And, you know, it's not hard for us to bring 15, 20, 30 people in a week. The problem is it's hard to place those people underneath each individual to keep them to stay around, as well as if you don't do that, all of us know you're only building wide and they don't stick around anyways. So the fantastic part about this opportunity, the 110 method, is the fact that it is systematically set up where I don't have to worry about it. I get people into the team, and we just go to each program together as we fill up underneath of each other. So like Greg was saying earlier, it's 3 people underneath of you. That's fantastic. It's not hard to recruit for this, first of all. So even if you can't recruit, it's whatever. You know, probably within 5 or 10 minutes of my conversation with Quiz, you know, it was a done deal. We were on board. You know, I talked to somebody this morning out of nowhere, didn't even tell them about it, and it took 5-10 minutes, and they're on board already in the matrix. It's really that simple. It's really that easy, and that's a fantastic part about it, is because the complicated aspect of everything in this industry, in this market, is just eliminated. It's gone. So whether you're that fantastic recruiter, you're that average guy that has to work a job, and I only have maybe 30 minutes a day that I could spend online, or you're just somebody who simply just wants a team built for themselves. It's there for anybody and everybody. That's so fantastic. Within 2 days of an individual joining our team, they already had 3 people underneath of them. That doesn't happen anywhere else. And this particular lady, I'm not going to say names because I don't know, people get gonna touchy about that. But this particular lady, she struggled. She's had some major issues with all of her other companies, and then to be able to join a team that is actually going to help you put people under, that's just fantastic. That doesn't happen anywhere else. So this system is phenomenal. And from my understanding, you are starting a marketing campaign specifically to do solo ads and things like that. What other team are you going to find that's going to pool money together and pretty much say, hey, we're going to put people underneath you, and it's not going to cost you a dime? This is the opportunity of a lifetime. This is exploding. This is phenomenal. What I heard a number the other day, it was like 200 people in 2 days already joined the team. And if you think about that, think about this. If each of one of those people, let's say we'll start with 200. If each one of those people brings one person in, you're looking at 400 people. That's crazy to think about, but think about this. 400 people. Each one of those people brings one person in. You're looking at 800 people. And if you think that this cannot get bigger than it already is, I'm going to tell you, you are very, very, very mistaken. This is going to get huge. This is going to grow up. This is going to be so big that you're literally going to be, working from home, no problem, in a couple weeks. A lot of these people, that's what's going to happen. And not only that, you're literally going to be able to say, hey, yeah, I quit my job, and 6 other employees that used to work right next to you are going to quit their jobs 2 weeks later. That's my opinion on this. This is phenomenal, Scott. This is where it's at. And personally, I want to thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, man. Appreciate the kind words, and appreciate you coming out. Obviously, I mean, when you've been in the industry as long as we have, you can see when the skill set just by the communication that another person can do, and I can tell you can tear it up, brother. Even without this being the first time ever meeting you. So thanks. Appreciate you coming out and sharing all that wisdom with us. And you're right. There's a big challenge out there in the industry, and that's why we created this in the first place. We were always looking for a way. We were so sick and tired of seeing our team struggle. And I'm sure you could probably relate to this. You create some sort of system or something. You join a company. You start putting in people and producing, you're getting really great numbers. Well, now you need to put together a system and an infrastructure, so you shut almost all your stuff down and focus 100% on training, set up a system so that you can say, okay, it's converting now, so now we need to put a system together to be able to handle everybody and train them, teach them so that they can learn how to do stuff. Now we go back and focus over here, and then you got email marketing, you got all this different stuff, everything that you have to do to be successful, and you're putting in 18-hour days, and I mean, all this stuff. You know?
That's exactly it, man. You spend all this time trying to get out of a 9-to-5, and then you end up spending more time on this than you were in the 9-to-5. But 110 totally eliminates that. You know, yeah, you might spend 1, maybe 2 hours a day, take your weekends off, and that's it. It's that simple. It's cut and dry. If you can cut and paste something on a computer, if you can copy and paste something, this is for you. This is easy. It's that simple.
Yeah, and by the way, we just got another sale, so that's pretty much how the days, you know, end up going. Let's see who this person is. Brian Hedges, welcome aboard, buddy. Go make sure that you you know, complete all 3 steps and come back here and you know, get on the viral swipe copy and bring some other people here. That way, your name and those people that come on board will be able to be referred to you. Referred here by you, placed under you. Now, one thing I want to really point out, which is really, really critical, you know, we got a lot of different things. I mean, this has been well thought out, guys, for many, many years, and it took us a long time to get everything all put together the way that it's structured. And one thing that it's really cool that we're going to be going through a progression of multiple opportunities. You know, to my knowledge, that's never been done before. You know, we're building one massive team. Every single person's got one team under them, and it's systematically done so that by the time you're done all the way to the 10th opportunity, you're going and you're bringing your entire team with you the whole time. And every single time, I actually we got 2 different versions of the same type of video. We call it the ultimate sales funnel. Because it really is, because you're taking the profits that you make from the first opportunity, you roll it into the next opportunity and the next opportunity. So the only out-of-pocket expense really that you have is just right up front. So that's the ultimate goal and the ultimate plan. But here's where I believe the true differentiator is that you know, we take, you know, it's $7 to get unlimited access. $7 one time to get unlimited access to our bronze.
To switch to privacy.
Here's just the thing that that is really different is that we take that $7 and we of course have an infrastructure to pay for, because it costs money to, you know, host the server and do all the different stuff that we need to do to support the entire team. But the rest of the money, you know what we do with it? We roll it into traffic to make you more money. Now, I don't know very many other companies that do that. I don't know of very many other systems that do that. I think, you know, we might be, I might be speaking pretty boldly here, but I think we're pretty much, you know, the only ones that have ever even thought of doing that. And it's actually a concept that I wanted to do a long time ago in a different system. And the owners of that company refused because they were selfish. I'll just be honest. They were you know, they made their money not from the opportunity but from the system. And excuse me. And so we wanted to create the biggest team, the most successful team, the richest team in the entire industry. That's been our vision from day one. And you know, that's why we roll in all the registration fees that come in to support the entire growth of the team, and to you know, pay for basically advertising and traffic to put more members into the team for you. So so with that being said, you know, Jim just popped out, and I'm sure that Jim, you know, he came on. He probably wants to say something. I don't know if you wanted to come out for a second, Jim, if you had something important you wanted to say, other than the fact that we just brought on another member at 6:38 my time, so that'd be 9:38.
I'll just say hello. I think you guys are doing a great job. I don't really have anything to add.
Okay, cool.
Can I pick up off of where you left off at with this giant team build and going into 110 method from one business to the next business to the next business to the next business, and this viral sensation is going to take over the internet like a mass swarm of Mr. Anderson agents from the Matrix. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, this is just awesome. I mean, it answers pretty much everything that you really ever had a problem with if you're in marketing. Like, seriously, like, some people just aren't good with talking to people. You know the funnel page that I'm using, that thing is phenomenal. Honestly, it really is. It's awesome. Couldn't have done better if I made it myself. All right, but listen, seriously, I just think that the system is awesome. You're talking about massive wealth building, and this is the way to do it. I like the way it's all set up. I think it's really smooth, crisp, and clean. It's not super complicated. You know, some people out there, all right, you get to a business and it's just entirely too complicated for them to figure out. You know, we just came out of a business that was, you know, marginally complicated, and you had to spend a whole bunch of time doing extra development, you know what I mean, because of the fact that these guys didn't understand it. So you had to spend more time digging into things, and somebody is coming up with some solutions, and 2 + 2 isn't quite making 4, so somebody's struggling, and they're stressing you out, and you're pulling your hair out. You know, why bang your head up against the wall? You know, get with the 110 method, because, you know, most people who've been in network marketing businesses in any capacity, in any way, shape, or form, most people who've been through them have experienced these sorts of problems that I'm talking about all the way through this thing, and would have immediately found the sign-up link and actually signed up by now, because, you know, I mean, listen, where else are you going to go and get people brought under your downline for you? And let me ask you a question. I mean, how much does it cost to pay for good SEO to go and get these high-quality leads? Now, do you think a newbie into network and marketing wants to actually, who's trying to make money, wants to actually spend more money, that type of money, to bring people into their downline? Of course not. It's like, well, I'm paying just to get in this. Why do I want to spend more money? So it's all included right here. You have it right there in a nutshell. Aside from the fact that I know this gentleman, Timothy Saltzman, all right, good buddy of mine. We've already done some pretty phenomenal work together, documented, all right? So therefore, what do you think is going to happen if you sign up right now? Because I promise you that Tim's got some heavy hitters lined up. And,
hey, Quiz.
Greg was in my meeting today.
Quiz.
Yes, sir.
Since you've been talking, 2 more came in. I'm in 626 in my team.
You already know.
Welcome aboard, Stefan, I think. Stefan just came on board. So, yeah, we just got another one on board. So, you know, if you're a guest right now, make sure that you click on the join button. Just get started before anybody else comes on board, and you might be able to lock in a position and get some other people before more people come on board. Because, again, this is a replay. You know, this is going to be a replay that's going to go on throughout the whole week, and everybody's going to be promoting it. It's going to be spread virally. So if you get in now tonight, you know, you probably wake up tomorrow with you know, new member of the week. So.
Hey, Scott, can I say something?
Yeah.
Hey, for everyone watching this, let me put something in perspective for you real quick. How many was it since we've started this that come in, Scott? 5 or 6, maybe 7?
I'd have to. Yeah.
A lot. Fair enough to say it's a lot.
About 6 total, I think.
6, okay. So let me put this in your ears real quick, everyone. You know, if you're watching this, if you would have joined probably, you know, 5 minutes ago, instead of saying, well, maybe I'll hold off and see if they keep talking a little bit longer, you probably could have had 3 people underneath you already. So I just want to throw that out there, just saying, you know, why waste time saying what if when people are saying this is for me, you know? So that's all I want to say, Scott.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. And one thing that we really want to make sure that people understand too is it's really important not just to join, but to go through the 3 steps, right? Because in our 3 steps, it you know, lists on how you're going to be able to make money with us. And it's very simple. Go and sign up for our bronze level opportunity. That's in step 2. Okay, that's how you get paid. You know, that because we actually have in our bronze level opportunity, we have one of our opportunities that actually have really good products that we actually use, which is there's a concept. We actually use the products that are actually in there, and that we don't just sell them. We actually teach you how to use them. Wow, that's amazing. Isn't that amazing?
Nah, your
Yeah,
first,
oh, yeah.
listen, your first level product, man, is like a freaking automation poster, man. I think that's awesome. Seriously. I mean,
Yeah, it's like if you ever use a fan page and you could set it up the day before to post 10 posts for you the next day. That literally takes like 5 minutes. That's literally what this product is. It runs your timeline automatically for you. You take 5 minutes and it does what would take you 10 hours to sit at the computer to do. You know, it's a brilliant. It's just brilliant. Sorry, I would've
exactly.
lost
And
my
I'm going to
words.
get maximum use out of it. Because, I mean, what better tool to use as a social media professional? I mean, seriously, auto posts.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Well, and
I'm
here's
all
the
for it.
cool thing too is regardless of whatever the first opportunity is, say it was old shoes. The cool thing here, and let's just be honest with everybody here, in if you've been in the industry for any more than 2 years, you know that companies tend to come and go. They tend to they have problems at times. There's sometimes there's explosions, sometimes there's fast growth, sometimes it's a short, sometimes they have amazing success, and then all of a sudden they run into merchant issues and boom, or FTC comes in, takes them out. Regardless of whatever it is, we have this strategically done so that it's not going to matter. So that when you come in, yes, we would like to be able to use the products. That's the cool thing. But the best thing about this whole concept is that it puts the marketer finally in control, instead of the other way around. And that's one of the biggest things. That's the most uplifting thing to me. And the best thing is that we finally have a sense of control in our own destiny, and to where we actually have companies that are already coming to us saying, we want to be featured as one of your companies in the 110 method. It happened a lot sooner than what we thought it would, but we've already got companies that are approaching us saying, we want you to put us in there because they love the concept. And the first opportunity, most of their growth that they have right now, it's because of the 110. So it's because of you guys. So that's awesome. So moving on here, we got one person that's been on just patiently waiting, like a Zen Master Yoda in the background there. Sean, buddy, can you unmute your mic there and come out and say hello and tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you've done before and after.
That's kind of stupid, huh?
Say again?
Can you hear us there, buddy?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So Sean, tell us a little bit about yourself. Whereabouts are you from?
Originally from California, but living in Antigua, Guatemala right now.
In Guatemala. Nice. Cool. What's the weather like there?
Beautiful.
It's cold up here.
It's like spring all year long.
Oh man, that sounds great.
60s and 70s in the day and the 50s in the night.
Okay.
I'll trade you, Sean.
The guy's got a tan and we don't.
That's my Belize tan.
So
Last year I
Sean,
lived in Belize.
so Sean, what how long you been marketing online for, and what was your experience like before and after the 110 method?
Well, I'm not actually part of 110 method. I actually was just introduced to it today, officially by Quiz.
Oh, okay.
He told me about this webinar, and I'm familiar with Tim as well.
Okay.
So I'm checking it out, trying to learn more.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Well, yeah. The sales video pretty much says it all. And once you get into the back office after you join, we actually have a really cool breakdown of the whole build process, how it works and how it functions. So it's really simple to understand. And we've done it so that it makes it. I'm not sure if you're breaking up there or what's going on.
I think it's Mark.
Mark is there. Well, thanks, Sean. Go, Mark. Go ahead or excuse me, Sean. Go ahead and feel free to watch the video, and he'll answer any questions that you have. It's pretty clear cut and dry. What we really want to do is talk with the people who've already had some experience. What are your thoughts of it so far? Just out of curiosity. Have you seen the sales video yet, buddy? Sean?
I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Okay. Once you make sure you go watch that, and then maybe next week or the week after we'll have your feature on the Hangout a lot better. Okay.
Alrighty.
All right. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it, buddy. All right. Let's go ahead and Mark, you're kind of making some noise there. Let's bring you out. Can you unmute your line there? I don't know if you have any troubles or problems with your mic setup.
Hey, that was a first for me. That was a first. I've never had seen that on the Hangout before.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, you're not in yet. Okay. Well, see, we're doing.
Everybody, come on.
Everybody's just really excited. They're just like, we're full of firsts. First team that's come up with this concept. First team that is actually rolling commissions or rolling the membership fees right back into the traffic for you to make more money. Yeah, there's a lot of firsts. So why not have a person who hasn't come on board yet?
We're about first. Well, this is the first team build that's ever going to work, that is working. And listen, I told Aaron the other day, I said, Aaron, man, this thing is going to work. He said, what are you talking about? It is working. So, yeah, we're going to be the first on everything, all right? The first to make 97% of the failure rate to go to 97% success rate. It's never been done before, and 110 Method is going to be the first to do it.
Yep, that's right. And I was just kind of looking through some of the chat. It's really cool to look through some of the comments and things that people are leaving, and it looks like Kimberly just had someone dropped in her matrix.
There you go.
How about that?
Just that fast.
Congrats.
Unbelievable.
Kimberly.
Phenomenal.
And guys, and this, what's funny is, I mean, week after week we come here and we watch the numbers, and Jim, Jim, why don't you come out and share with people what you do in a day and what your latest fun thing to do when you sit down behind your computer? What's the latest fun thing that you've been doing?
I don't know what you mean. Fun thing. My whole life is fun, but go ahead.
Well, yeah, I know your style of working is you push traffic and you work for maybe 4 hours a week and then you go off and do whatever. But lately you've been spending, like, I remember we were on just the partners hangout, and you said that you were spending like 4 hours a day just watching everybody go through this process. Yeah.
So yeah, I watch things happen live as they go. I watch people just opt in, watch the sales video, play with the join page, go look at the terms, come back to the join page, join, go to step 1, go to step 2, go to the bronze opportunity, come back to step 3, start sharing the Facebook hangout, and just really get involved. I've never seen something move so fast, and it is a very simple system, and we built it that way on purpose. There's 3 steps, 1, 2, and 2, and really the focus is always building a team, and that's where your money comes from. Everybody kind of looks up at their sponsor. Who's my sponsor? Who's my sponsor? Looking up to them, but really you should be looking down.
Right.
Looking down at your team, because that's where the money comes from. Look at your sponsor. That's who you're paying, right? You get paid by what's underneath you, and so that's what's so brilliant about this concept, is that we are making people look down, because that's who you want to take care of. Don't take care of your sponsor. They can take care of themselves. You want to take care of who's below you, and that's what this concept is all about. The sponsors are going to help you fill your team up below you. So that's what you look up there, and they're just dropping people below you. And that's what you want to focus on, is the people below you, because that's where you make your money, when you get paid.
I love what you just said, Jim.
It really is. I mean, you got to look down, and that's where there's a lot of things that make you successful in this industry. Recruiting is one for sure, but building a team is where the money's at. If you have a team that's making money, number one, they're going to pay you forever. I've told this story before. 5 years ago, I came into this industry where it was very simple to recruit. Google was very simple. I could spend, $2,000 a week in Google and bring in 100 people into a business. And that was before the big old slap happened. And Facebook was the same way when they first started. You can spend a couple $100 a day, bring in 20, 30 people before Facebook kind of clamped down on that as well. But what I realized was I could do that, and I could build a big team for myself. But 60 days later, 90 days later, I was rebuilding that team. So what I thought was like, what if I could give everybody a few people below me and start building a team out to where they're actually having some success, and teach them to spend a couple $100 here, a couple $100 there, and build their team below them. And I'm still getting paid today, a full-time income on that team that I built 5 years ago because of this concept of people helping other people build a team. It was very manual when I did that. Now we've got technology that helps us do this very simply, but building a team that makes money is where the money's at. And I'll just leave it at that.